you like most about the response?
How well we checked, and it was for 60 minutes. That was a really good team effort, and they feel really good about themselves when you work and you play as five. Our goaltender had to make some great saves, but they weren't 15; they were less than 5.
Talk about Kyrou getting off, and he did. Obviously, a nice goal. How good was his stick tonight? Just killing plays.
Our sticks were probably the best I've ever seen them since, probably since the year after the Blues won the Cup. That was a really good year, and that team had great sticks. Something we've been preaching, and the players are starting to do it. Hopefully we can develop that consistently. But Kyrou in particular, like his first goal was just an incredible reload where he back checks, he has a stick on the ice, and then his God-given ability took over.
What are the elements you look for when you do have a checking effort like this, and what leads to that?
You mean what do I look for it to be successful?
Yeah, like what leads into having a good checking game?
Well, the main reason is we gave up 8 goals in our first home game and 5 the second. And we just thought that on the road we played a much simpler game. We wore out the goal line more, wore out the back of the net offensively, and then defensively, instantaneously now, you saw us get back above pucks. And when you're doing that, it's hard for the other team to generate offense.
Your checking, your ability to check allow you to have as much ozone time as you had tonight too?
I think it was a big factor, but more importantly, in the first period, we tried to force too many offensive plays because we had time to make plays. But instead of just, possessing it and then either finding someone open in the slot 5 to 7 seconds later, we wanted to find someone in the first period right away. But in the second period, I think that might have been our best period of the year so far.
And not only just playing like you guys played, but playing against that team, how much confidence does that give you, both defensively and overall?
Well, it gives you confidence because everybody knows, like, a lot of people have Dallas going to the Stanley Cup. It's a really talented lineup. They're deep. They're good at every position. They're really good down the middle. I was really proud of our centers, the way they did on draws tonight and the way they competed against those centers on the other team. So, yeah.
We've talked before about how you like Tucker's offensive instincts. I guess on that Snugger goal, is that just an example of him jumping in the rush and driving there?
Yeah, it was a really good example of it. We want our defensemen to be active. I actually think that once we get in sync and we get in a rhythm, I think our D-core can be one of the highest scoring D-cores in the league. I think we already have a fair amount of goals from our D-core, but I think it's going to be more and more. We've had a lot of good deflections off of their shots.
The way your forward lines, the way you change them, your season fit, changes time.
Yeah, I thought as the game developed, the lines got more and more cohesive. I really liked the Suter line and the Shen line. I thought those 2 lines in particular had offensive chemistry and they were working defensively. All 4 lines worked defensively.
How important is the Suter play at the end to fight for that puck and then get?
Yeah, the more we're getting to know him, the more we realize how smart he is as a hockey player everywhere, and his defensive instincts are really good.